Quick disclaimer, this is not going to be nearly as technical or as interesting or as fun as Nick and Kieran's Mad London video, or indeed Tom's Manchester one, but I wanted to mark the fact that I got back to London Marathon, and last time I ran there it was 2022. This is my 8th London Marathon. I think it's my 32nd marathon in total. So 23 I was injured, 24 I was off waiting for a baby to arrive, and now I'm back. I had a Good for Age place on the Blue 2 start. So previously I've done championships for the last few years. This year was Good for Age, and I was very, very pleased to be back. So I took the eldest son to the expo on the Friday, which was a little bit stressful but also a lot of fun, and soaked up a lot of London atmosphere in the build up to it. And managed to bump into Laura Fountain, fellow run tester, on the start line as well, which was excellent. And I was actually in the same start pen as Kieran, but didn't manage to track him down. And anyway, he's too fast for me. I have packed up too much stuff to take with me that will probably not even fit in my drop bag. I have to leave it at my friend's house. And I've said goodbye to the kids and left them with the grandparents. And I'm off to London to stay with my friend who lives in Blackheath. Yay, Bryony, you're awesome. And I was just thinking, I'm so out of practice at this. I actually probably need to write my fueling times on my arm, because it used to be so ingrained in my brain, but now I can't even remember kind of how often and when. And yeah, and I don't really know what I'm going for. Like, I would love to go sub 3. It's been a long time for various reasons. I don't know if I can just get, like, if I earn that, if you know what I mean. I've not done the training, so because, you know, life, and been training for a half marathon instead and stuff like that, and I think autumn is going to be my big goal, having having a little snifter of what my coach thinks might happen. But yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm really excited, a little bit nervous. I think the second half is going to be quite hard work. And also, obviously, it's going to be quite warm, and I'm at the kind of time of the month when I'm overheating quite easily. I would like my body to do its thing and give me a little bit of a boost, please. But yeah, we'll kind of see what happens, I guess. On the way to the start line, had a great night's sleep. Was quite tempted just to go back to sleep, but I'm on the way. Got Asics Metaspeed Edge, shoes, monkey socks, Lululemon shorts because they've got good storage, and then at the moment I've still got the Soar crop on. I've got my Run Testers vest with me as well, in case I bottle it at the last minute, but to be honest, the sun's burning off already and it's already quite warm, so I think any pride that I have in not wanting to flash what my 7-year-old calls my jiggly jelly belly at the world will probably be lost in the fact that I want to stay cool. Pace wise, I have got a range. I've got 2 watches on, Coros, and I'm trying the race pace thing again on my watch. I never get it right. We'll see if it works. I've got conversions for everything from PB pace right the way through to just a little bit 1 minute faster than Seville. But to be honest, I'm going to go out and just see how it feels. Who knows? It's done. It's warm, and I ran about 3:10 or something, which was nowhere near what I was after. I went out with the hopes that maybe I could wangle a sub 3. That became pretty clear pretty quick that I was not in shape for that, and I couldn't handle heat. And so then 3 hour 5 went past, and 3 hour 10 was nearby. But that's okay. Like, I probably had got the race I deserved. And I got to do some high-fiving and some cheering. I'm not going to pretend like I think, oh,
I completely cruised it in. Like the last 2 miles of any marathon feel rough anyway, but I had a blast. I'm really glad I did it. I'm glad that I kind of went in knowing that it might not happen and kind of made my peace with that beforehand, which I feel like is an improvement in my mindset because I'm not finished that fast. But Asics Metaspeed Edge, no discomfort under my left toe, which is excellent. Monkey Socks did a great job. Struggled a little bit with fueling, but again, no practice, warm day, all that kind of stuff. I mean, if I'd have trained for it, maybe it would have been a good day. It's warm, there wasn't much breeze, so that was pretty good because often there's a wind towards the end. But gosh, London, you're busy, very busy, but you know how to party. It was fun.
So I think we can safely say that did not go to a plan, but it was a lot of fun. Within about the first 3 miles, I think my heart rate was really high. Interestingly, if I compare the Garmin watch heart rate and the Coros watch heart rate, I'd forgotten my armband. The Coros actually shows that my heart rate was high the whole way through. Garmin, it seems to drop off, which is really interesting. I don't know why, but I think the Coros was probably more accurate. But yeah, it was fairly clear from 3 miles in that it wasn't going to happen. I hung on for as long as I could and then decided that since I was either going to absolutely wreck myself and not end up with a time that I was happy with anyway, and not have fun, I might as well ease back a bit and go have fun. As I said after the race, it's not like I wasn't trying at all. The end of a marathon is hard, whoever does it. It's not like I was oh yeah, I was cruising around, still a bit of an effort. But anyway, so the Metaspeed Edge, you can see after one proper long run in them, they've got a little bit of wear on the heels there, but it's not too bad given that I'm a significant heel striker. I did feel, I think, like they were more aggressive than the Skies. I need to run in them side by side, but I'm on an enforced 2 weeks off from running at the moment after this season, so I'll get in trouble with coach if I try and do that test now, but I'll get back to you on that one. But as I said, I normally get discomfort under the ball of my foot on the left hand side, and it's a long standing issue. I've been to see loads of physios that can't figure it out, and those did not give me that, so that was very, very pleasant. Very good outcome for that. Everything else worked really well except for a little bit of chafing from the old Nike bra that I was wearing, which I think basically tells me that I need to go back to my tried and tested underwear probably, or find some other options. But I really enjoyed wearing the crop in the end. It worked really well in the heat. It was fantastic. It was so light, and the classic Lululemon shorts did their storage well. Fueling wise, I didn't stick to my plan. My plan was kind of every 30 to 40 minutes and probably alternating caffeine gels, or if I was feeling good, only caffeinate in the middle with the really strong caffeine ones, and then just sip as I went along. But actually I had a gel at 40 minutes and I only got half of it down with a little bit of water before I started to feel a bit off. I don't know. I don't get full on stomach problems. My stomach has never rejected any gels fully, but it just did not feel quite right. And that kind of continued throughout the race. I don't think it was a big issue. Again, I can't put my performance on that, but it was just interesting. But, and I think it was just heat, possibly time of the month, but that can affect things. But I also think you can't hang your whole performance off that. So I wouldn't want to kind of place it there. I think it was just a whole combination of things. Maybe my heart rate was up. I'd got myself a bit het up about it. It was so hyped as a race. It was so much fun. It meant a lot to me kind of going back to London. So it could be any of those things. The Garmin and the Coros Pace 2. So Garmin FR 255. And the Coros Pace 2, pretty much the same on GPS, so not much difference there. As I say, just the heart rate that was the issue. I'm kind of gutted I didn't have the Coros armband, but I need to take that out next time. And maybe it was a good thing. Maybe if I'd known exactly what I was reading, then I would have been even more terrified. But I know that was a problem for a lot of people today. I think a lot of people didn't adjust their pace, and there were some problems, so you've got to be sensible as well, but there were some people who did amazing times out there, so you can't just go, oh, it wasn't a day for PBs. But yes, generally the kit performed well, the fueling performed as well as it could do in the circumstances. I don't think it's anything to do with that, and I think having the extra carb drinks with the electrolytes in certainly helps. London Marathon, cannot fault your organisation. There were ice sections and then drinks every 3 miles to stop people overhydrating by doing it every mile. I would say though, there was not a single part of that race where I felt like I had space. like I was constantly having to check my stride and go around people and things, like always. And that's part of the fun of London. That's fine. I don't mind that, but that is why I maintain it is a fantastic race, but it's not a PB race. And why also Nick Harris-Fry and Kieran's times, like absolutely astounding in those conditions. So respect to you guys. But yeah, that was my problem. Blue 2 start, actually, compared to the Champ start, I found a lot less stressful. So good for Age Blue 2. I think Laura and I queued for like a maximum of 5 minutes for the toilets, and the bag drop was really slick. Whereas in the Champ start, I think everyone is like so het up, and the loo queues were huge last time I did it. So I don't know what they were like this year. I'd be interested to find out. But yeah, turns out good for Age Blue 2 is the place to be. So get yourself there next year. But yeah, London, you're an absolute blast. Can't wait to do it again. But I'm going to go find me a fast autumn marathon. Thanks.